have broke, I'd have broke his heart. I saw that look in his eyes of desperation that I saw in Abu Dhabi. I was gonna knock him out, you know. He wasn't gonna fight 5 rounds with me. It's Dustin Poirier here. Let's run it back again. And Fajeda's a great fighter, man. Tough guy, moving back up to 155, allowing my body to just be bigger and feel good. I had a great training camp, I remember that. Weight cut was smooth.
Oh, he might be out. There it is, Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, I made my debut at 155 in the UFC that night. Got a bonus, and then at the time it was Joe Silva. He told me he was gonna book me right back to back because they had a New Orleans card coming up in a few months. So I got to, you know, fight him in Louisiana. That was a big deal to me.
Experience in 5-round fights. This the first time.
I felt like I was in control of this fight. And you know, he's a tough guy. Dangerous mindset, the way he walks into fights. You know it's gonna be a train wreck. Huge fan of watching him fight. But I thought I was in control of that fight.
Dustin Poirier, goodness! Oh my gosh, he does it!
Only me and Poirier know. You know, he beat me that night, but I was out taking pictures all night. I took like 1,000 pictures that night after that fight. And he was in the hospital. He didn't move for a month, so I'm ready to get that one back again.
I didn't go to the hospital that night. I went straight back to my Airbnb and had a beer. We had like a house party.
I told you, I'm the champ. I'm the champ. Nobody can take this from me.
That was a piece of the World Championship. That night I was a champion. I fought and beat one of the current champions at the time. Max is a big guy, probably 180s, 190s. He's not a small guy. He was a 45-pound champ at the time. I beat him, and was on a streak, I believe, big streak. You know, it was a great night for me. I became a champion that night.
Oh my God! Dustin Poirier!
It's sweet every time. A lot of times I don't go back and watch fights, replays over and over again. It kind of gets old to me. I don't even really. But this one, forever, is going to be great to look at.
Are you kidding me right now?
Done it! My goodness!
He's one of the biggest stars in combat sports. So when the history books are written, when me and him are long done fighting, both of our names are going to be in it, you know.
Dustin Poirier has produced the biggest win of his career by a mile.
The UFC was in a huge jump from being like a casual type thing to being a mainstream sport. One of the big 4 in America. We were part of that.
Conor, in the build-up to the last fight, you were unusually kind to Dustin. Now on fight week, it's the exact opposite. So when did that switch happen?
Because he got knocked the out. Not McGregor fast, McGregor sleep.
I wasn't really paying attention to him not responding. I was just, I don't know, the lights were there. They were asking questions and I just thought of it and said it. I didn't care. You know, before previous years, if I was at a press conference, whether it was Conor sitting there or somebody else, I would have just probably bit my tongue and just looked at the clock. Can't wait to get through this and get back to, you know, what I need to do. But I was just enjoying the moment, being myself.
I'm interested to see how McGregor defends this time. Right when he fought up me, oh, he's got to get you here.
Submissions don't count, and he tried to submit me. First one to shoot a takedown is he's the one trying to take me down. You know, a lot of stuff that we just tuck away and let this guy continue to run his mouth. And if his leg wouldn't have broke, I'd have broke his heart. The fight was going bad for him. I was in full control. I saw that look in his eyes of desperation that I saw in Abu Dhabi. I was gonna knock him out, you know. He wasn't gonna fight 5 rounds with me. I saw somebody say this, and I kind of felt the same way by seeing media and fans, what they were saying. And when people talk to me, like what they say, they're kind of like looking past, this guy is dangerous everywhere. Big knees, big elbows, big punches, fights to finish. Jiu-jitsu's incredible. Numbers don't lie. He's finished more people than anybody in the UFC, I believe. Now he's a world champion. And he had a tough time getting there. He had a long career of ups and downs. So that spot is even more sweet, you know. He's a dangerous man, and I respect him going into this fight.
Oh, there's that left hand. He's in real trouble.
That's grit right there. That's championship grit. For anybody saying that he folds under pressure or is a front runner, that shows it. He got 10-8'd, almost got finished, came back, and knocked out a former world champion. I really feel like this is going to be an all-out war. I know everybody probably says stuff like that when they talk about their upcoming fights, but we're both finishers. We both throw big shots on the feet. We both scramble and fight anywhere the fight goes. He wants to keep his belt. I want to wrap it around my waist. I mean, we're going to leave it all out there. Two guys with a lot of experience. I think I saw a stat that this is the most UFC or Zuffa experience in title fight history. You know, we've earned our stripes, and now we're going to see who's the best in the world.